All right, we are live.
Cool. I'm ready.
All right, Oscar. So I guess today we normally have like Oscar, Myron, Carolyn, KJ, Joseph show, but we're doing a little bit different today, right? We're doing broker outreach. Joel,
How you guys doing?
we're doing good, man. We grabbed a couple people that we knew wanted to do broker outreach, that they're interested in doing multifamily, and so we said, jump on. We're doing it at 1. We did start a little late, but whatever. Let me put my phone on work mode or something. So, Oscar, I don't know. I feel like this is Oscar jam. This is exactly what he should be doing. He needs to be calling brokers. He needs to be closing deals. You're gonna hear some nuancy things that he says and how he says it, and we'll go through some coaching, how to find brokers, look them up in your area, how to talk to them, what to say. Justin and Yatong, we saw them at the mastermind. Obviously, we knew them before the mastermind, sub 2 mastermind, but they had a goal to find a deal in Nashville, and so we're going to be making some steps towards that. So yeah, let's get into it, right? Let's find some brokers in Nashville and call them.
Perfect.
So Oscar, you want to take it?
I think I'm just going to add a few things before we do this. So like if someone is new to multifamily, I would say it'd be a good tip for you to understand some of the verbiage or language in multifamily before you start making these calls to brokers, because the first things that they're going to do, some of the verbiage or language in multifamily before you start making these calls to brokers, because the first things that they're going to do, some of the verbiage or language in multifamily before you start making these calls to brokers, because the first things that they're going to do, Justin? Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I think it'd be worth you guys knowing a little bit beforehand. Nothing too extensive. Just know the lingo, know what you're talking about. Because I just had a call and Myron recorded it, but the guy was vetting me, and they were asking. And Myron recorded it, but the guy was vetting me, and they were asking. They ask those type of questions, I know exactly how to handle them. It's just like talking to a seller, right? You have to know how to handle those objections when they come up, and it's exactly the same thing. And you've got to present it in a form where you're calm, collected, and confident. Once you do all that, it's so easy to get past that. It's just repetition and practice. Myron mentioned that he says, "Man, you sound so confident in the phone." That's now. But when I first started, guys, it wasn't like that. You can ask KJ and Joseph when they first started calling brokers, they didn't sound anywhere near what they sound like right now. And I would even say that KJ, if you guys don't know KJ Mudd and Joseph Mudd, rockstar couple, part of our team. And I would say KJ's she's doing a lot better than where she was at. She asked some intelligent and great questions when she was on the phone, building that relationship. And I'm like, man, I was the one teaching her just like you guys are right now. And she's like, she has definitely surpassed the master. She is so good on the phone. So if you guys, it's good to listen to me, but I would say if you have a chance to listen to KJ, oh my gosh. I mean, it's a different perspective, and you'll get the best of both worlds. But I'll do a few. Before I do that, can I share my screen, Myron? Will it be able to show on the stream?
I'm pretty sure. Let's try.
Okay. Let me share it on, do I share it on Zoom?
Yeah, just share it right here.
Okay. You guys can see my screen, right? Okay, perfect. So one of the first things that you can do to search for brokers, it's very, very easy. You can go to LoopNet, you can go to Craigslist. I personally like using LoopNet because it's so easy for you to find the information for brokers. So for example, Myron asked me, hey, if I'm brand new, how do I look up brokers? Super easy. You can go to LoopNet and go to menu and then go to find a broker. You'll get this screen here, basically like your filter criteria, whatever you want to put. But I know that Yatung and Justin were looking for Nashville, right? So if you search for Nashville, Tennessee, that's your location. And then the property type expertise, you want to scroll down to multifamily. That's the only two items that I do for my filtering. And then I hit search. And then there's a bunch of our brokers that come up in the Nashville area. There's a lot of them. So if you scroll down, you'll get like the first 10, but if you keep looking at pages, there's a long list of brokers that you can call. And it's easy because it'll tell you their name, what they specialize in. Even if it's not multifamily, it'll probably still come up, but it's okay. And it gives you normally their office number and their cell phone number right here, guys. So easy to look up brokers on LoopNet. And that's exactly what we do is we focus on a target demographic or a location, and we just start calling these brokers.
Oscar, I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What is the difference between a broker and a realtor?
That's a good question. Whenever Joseph and KJ were asked that question, I'm just kind of piggyback on what they said. And someone may have a better definition on it, but a broker is just someone who's been doing it for a while. So you have, to my understanding is you have to be a realtor first, do it for a couple of years, and then you can become a broker. Once you're a broker, you can have your own operation. That's the way I understand. And correct me if I'm wrong, Myron, but.
So brokers typically deal in commercial. To deal in a commercial property, you
have to become
need to
a
be a
broker.
broker.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. And are all brokers pretty much created equal? They know what they're talking about. They know their area. They know the cap rates and all those things in their areas.
I think once we start doing these conversations, you'll get to hear what a good broker sounds like and what maybe a beginner or mediocre broker sounds like, because you'll get all different sorts of opinions from the brokers, right? You'll hear people say, yeah, it's so tough to find what you're looking for in this market. And then the next conversation you have with another broker can be completely different. It can be like, oh man, yeah, we have so many deals in our pipeline right now. It's crazy. And so I think you'll start to hear that difference when you call brokers. And I think it all just goes back to mindset, honestly. I think that's what it goes back to.
Justin, jump in, bro.
Yeah, my understanding is a little different on the definition. So you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I did ask a broker in my area. Commercial real estate doesn't have to be sold by a person with a license. And so he said, yeah, we don't call ourselves realtors. We're all brokers. I don't have to I'm a realtor here, so I don't have to get a broker's license, which would be a bunch more training and another big test to sell commercial real estate as a broker. All I have to do is join a brokerage that's selling commercial real estate, and I can sell it. And I think I can do that even without a real estate license. That's my understanding. So if I'm way off, please let me know.
You know, I'm going to find out. I'm going to dig into this. I wanted to ask the question, like, so that's even better of an answer. Like, these people might not even be licensed. So you're going to figure out, like Oscar said, who you're talking to. You're going to figure out pretty quick. So I'm trying to like break through the nervousness that somebody might feel. It's just a person, right? And you're figuring out what their deals are. So, okay, thanks.
Absolutely. Appreciate that, Justin. Thank you so much. And then I simply have a little script that I came up with myself. It's nothing special. It's just that I've been doing this for a while. So when I started teaching KJ and Joseph, and we started getting on the phone, I simply wrote something like that was super easy that anybody can do. And I also put down like the criteria that we're doing at just in case I needed it for reference. But literally, this is basically what I say when I call a broker, like, hey, blah, blah, blah. My name is Oscar. How are you today? And they'll, small talk, whatever. And then I get right into it. It's like, I'm calling you because my partners and I are looking to buy multifamily apartment buildings. We're looking for 40 plus units in Nashville, Tennessee. Would you happen to have anything that hasn't hit the market yet? And that pretty much is it. That's basically my intro. And then I just address anything that may come up in and out in between that conversation, just handling objections, any questions or concerns they may have. And they'll typically ask, what's your buy box? And here's my buy box here. So pretty simple. This is just kind of all for reference now. I think I've gotten it down where I memorized everything. But it's in case you guys need it, I can share this after so you guys can have it.
Do we have to explain stuff like the creative stuff, like sub 2 or anything, like we're buying seller finance or anything on that line?
Great question. I typically don't do that in this first discovery call. I normally do it just whenever we have like a deal presented to us and maybe it doesn't make sense, like when it comes to cash, if we underwrite it and say they're asking for like 50 million, but we're like at way like lower, like 20 million, then that's when I would bring up a question like, is there seller finance? Is there anything creative we can do? Then it's the time where I would bring it. But at the beginning, I don't do that.
Something I would think just right off the cuff is a broker. It's kind of like a realtor in a way. Like the broker wants it to be done. The broker wants to get paid, If you're direct to seller, you're probably going to have a better time pitching creative terms. But never know, right? Because some of these I've seen have assumable loans in them, right? So I think it's a lot what Oscar's saying. Like, let's figure out what the deal is first, and then we come back with our offer. Yeah.
Correct. And don't forget that when you're pitching creative, you're pitching it to the broker, and then you have to kind of educate them if they don't know. Then they're the ones going to go back and articulate to the seller most of the time. So it'd probably be best just to get on the phone with the broker and the seller if you're going to do creative. All right. So what I did just now is I like to keep track of the people I call. So I have like a simple broker outreach form that I do, like a sheet, and I put down their name, phone number, what city. I'll do some notes after the call, and then I will do, since it's a team that we call, I typically put the person who called it. So this would be me. And then I'll just go down the list so I can go back. Like the other day, we did a bunch of them in San Antonio. We did about 50 calls and we kept track of it all. So I like to run some numbers when it comes to KPIs to make sure what we're doing is tracked. And I like to record our conversations in case anybody needed it in the future. So we're going to start. First one is Mark Robbins.
Hey, 1 second. I think Scotty had his hand raised. Scotty, do you have something real quick?
Yeah, if you don't mind, I just want to chime in on something.
Yeah.
If any of you, I don't know if anybody in here hasn't called a broker before, but like I was telling you guys yesterday, I did a little bit of that, back in a couple of years ago or whatever. The one thing you have to watch out for about a broker when you call them, especially off of LoopNet, is they will try to grill you like an onion. So that little outline that was made there, whoever made that outline, I didn't catch you. I think it was Oscar made that. That is a very good tool to have because when they start grilling you like an onion, if you said those things on there, they tend to ease up a little bit because I think they try to weed through to see, who don't know what. So just wanted to add that in there because that was just an experience I went through and it got grilled like an onion a couple of times, but then I learned how to do it. So just be aware of that. But in the same day and the same time, they're human too. So just wanted to throw that in there in case anybody hasn't ever called a commercial broker before.
Appreciate that, Scotty. All right, so we're gonna get started, guys. I'm calling Mr. Mark Robbins, and I like to do my little sheet, so I have his information here, and we're just gonna give him a call.
Please leave a message.
I'm gonna call again.
Please leave your message for
And I do leave voicemails.
Cindy McKinley.
That was not the right person. That was Cindy. Okay. I'll send them a text. All right, go to the next one.
Hi there. You've reached Jesse Richards with the Trinidad Group. I'm sorry I can't answer your call right now. If you could just Hello, Leanne Richards' office. How may I help you?
Hi, yes, I'm looking for, I'm not sure if I have the right phone number, but I'm looking for Lee.
You do have the right phone number. Her
Okay.
phone's forwarded to me today. She's out in the field, but this is her daughter. How can I help you?
Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. I was wanting to see if I can talk to Lee because my partners and I are looking to buy some multifamily apartment units and wanted to see if you guys had anything available.
I don't think we have any, but I will write down your number and see what we can do. I don't think we have any currently right now.
Okay, perfect. Do you know anybody that you may be able to refer me to that does?
Not off the top of my head, but I know Leanne May, and I'll get her to call you back and see what we can do.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so my name is Oscar.
Sure, thank you. And is this a good number to call you back at?
This is my cell phone number. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And who do you work with?
So I am working with our partners out in CS3 Investments in Denver, Colorado. And
Okay.
so what we're looking for is we're looking for apartment buildings, specifically 40 plus units, class A, B, or C, cap rates anywhere from 5 to 8%, value add opportunities in landlord friendly states. So Tennessee is an amazing state.
Okay. Well, I will let Leanne know when she gets back in. Again, from off the top of my head, I know we don't currently have any of those apartment buildings for sale or area or land in general, but hopefully she'll have someone since she's been in the business for so long.
Awesome, that'll work. And save my phone number in case you do come across anything like that, because if you do, we are ready to go, we're ready to buy, and we can underwrite it really quickly to let you know if it's a fit for us or not.
Okay, sounds good, Oscar. Well, thank you for your call, and I'll let Leah know you rang today, and hopefully we can get some business with you.
Perfect. And I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. What was your name?
It's Jesse.
Jesse. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Jesse. Have a good day.
Thank you, and you too. Bye-bye.
That was a pretty good conversation with the daughter. I went through the buy box that we went through. It sounded more credible, so she is going to be looking out. If you guys have any feedback, let me know. But that's pretty much how a conversation would go, except I would speak with the right person.
I think it went well, man. It was a very pleasant conversation.
Thanks, bro. Calling him Jeffrey now.
Smith.
Hey, is this Jeff?
Yes.
Hey, Jeff, this is Oscar. How are you today?
Doing good.
Good. I'm calling you because my partners and I are looking to buy some multifamily apartment buildings, and I wasn't sure if you were the guy to talk to or if I needed to talk to someone else.
You talking about already built?
Yes, already built, sir.
No. All we've had and we've actually sold out was development properties.
Okay. So do you guys specialize in development?
Tell me again now.
Do you guys specialize in development and building or just all around everything?
Well, no, we try to keep it to commercial and development properties, yes.
Okay, gotcha. And do you guys come across anything like apartment buildings? Specifically, we're looking for like 40 plus units, Class A, Class B, Class C, value add opportunities and cap rates between 5 to 8%. Is that something that you guys come across on?
Don't remember coming across anything like that, no.
Okay, appreciate you. Is there anybody else that you may know that may have anything available like that?
I'm going to suggest go on LoopNet and see who's got them for sale.
Okay, perfect. Will do, sir. Thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you for your time.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Developers out there, man.
Yeah.
I wonder, just for wondering how many they develop at a time, you know?
Yeah.
But I guess I like to have shiny object syndrome. Anyways, you're doing great, man. Thank you.
For sure. I'm giving the next person a call, Jody.
Thank you for calling Freeman Web Company. If you know the extension for the person you are trying to reach, you may dial it at any time. Please hold a moment.
both, please leave me a detailed message or feel free to reach out to me at 615-394-5676. Thank you so much.
Hey, Jody, this is Oscar. I'm calling you because my partners and I are looking to buy some multifamily apartment buildings. We're looking for 40 plus units, and I wanted to give you a call to see if you had anything available. If you could give me a call back, I'm at 214-493-1723. Thank you. Trying to get a good conversation for you guys.
Hi, you've reached Henry Minge. Please leave a message. Hi, you've reached Henry Minge. Please leave a message at the sound of the tone, and I will return your call as soon as I am able.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Henry, this is Oscar. I'm giving you a call because my partners and I are looking for multifamily apartment buildings. We're looking for 40 plus units and wanted to give you a call to see if you had anything available. If you could give me a call back, I'm at 214-493-1723. Thank you. I think part of the reason that they're not picking up Myron is because my phone number shows as a Dallas number.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a reason why.
Think so?
Yeah.
So, would you grab a Google Voice? Would you send them a message? Like a text on their mobile number? What are some ways you think you get around?
Definitely. I think when you're dealing with markets and you have a different phone number, the easiest way to get a hold of someone would be to send them a text.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a lot easier. But I'm going to give this next person a call, John.
You reached John Mudgett's cell.
He's probably going to say for fast. Oh, he's on the phone. He just sent me a message.
Okay.
Going to send him a quick text. Okay. Let's go to Gary.
Gary Shanks.
Gary Shanks.
He specializes in retail leasing.
Right. We'll see. Mr. Gary.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
We'll give him a call back.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Okay. I'm going to send a text to this guy.
Okay. And I think, you know, is it normally like this? No, the other day, you guys were getting a lot of answers.
Yeah, because we were calling San Antonio. I think it's just the number that we're calling from.
Hmm.
Okay, who's next?
James Spellman. All right.
I love these. Look at his title.
Managing Director. This is our guy.
This is it. This is the top of the top.
Not even 10 calls. This is our guy.
Hi, this is Jim Spellman with JPS Realty Partners. Sorry, Mr. Call.
Jim. He goes by Jim
Jim.
Spellman.
Hi, this is Jim Spellman with JPS Realty Partners. Sorry, Mr. Call. Please leave a message and I'll call you back as soon as possible. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey, this message is for Jim. Jim, this is Oscar. I'm giving you a call because my partners and I are looking for multifamily apartment buildings. We're looking for 40 plus units and wanted to see if you guys had anything available. If you could, give me a call back. I'm at 214-493-1723. Thank you. Dang it. The other guy was calling me when I was leaving a message.
I heard that.
Maybe give him a call back. It was John Mudgett.
John?
Hey, John, it's Oscar. How you doing?
Doing well. How are you,
Oscar?
I'm doing well. Did you get my text message I sent you?
I did, but I'm also driving, so I just called you back.
Oh, no, you're
looking
fine.
for multifamily?
Yes, sir. We're looking for multifamily and wanted to see if you specialize in multifamily, if you had anything available, because we're looking to buy some multifamily, specifically apartment buildings. And we're looking for like 40 plus units, class A, class B, class C, any cap rates anywhere between 5 to 8%, value add opportunities. And we love Tennessee.
Okay, where are you getting the 5 to 8% cap on multifamilies? I guess you do lower like C's and B's with a lot of ad value, so you're looking at pro forma?
Well, typically we would underwrite everything on actuals. So if you're looking at a class A for sure, your cap rate would be a little bit lower. But for B and C's, we definitely look at that stuff as well. We just acquired a property in Columbus, Georgia, of 48 units. And that one was at a cap rate of about, I would say 6 to 7%, if I remember correctly. And then we bought one not too long ago in Tennessee, 25 units for $50 million. That one was a class A. So that one was a lower cap rate for sure. But that's kind of what we're looking for at the moment. I mean, I wasn't sure if you guys had anything that met that criteria. That's why I was giving you a call.
Yeah, I don't. My sort of experience at Nashville is much more focused around office, retail, adaptive reuse product, and less multifamily. So I haven't really been digging in or building a book of business in the multifamily world really at all.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you know anybody that you might refer me to that does specialize in multifamily?
Not with Sound Street.
Hey, John, I think you're breaking up a little bit. What was that?
I don't. There's a guy named Pat Cosgrove. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There's a guy named Pat Cosgrove, C-O-S-G. Okay, Pat Cosgrove with Marcus and Millichap.
Okay.
He seems to have, some access to decent multifamily deals.
Perfect. Would you happen to have a phone number I know you're driving, but with any kind of contact information?
No, just Google him. Pat Cosgrove, Marcus Millichap, Brentwood, Tennessee.
Okay, perfect. Will do. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for returning the call. And if you have anything that comes up, like, that our criteria, feel free to give me a call. This is my cell phone number.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you. Have a good day.
See you, man. Bye.
So if you guys listening to that call, the very first question that he asked after I gave him my buy box was, how are you finding these properties at a cap rate between 5 to 8%? And he said, are you looking for class B or class C or whatever he said, right? I think it's good to note that, yes, in markets that are more competitive, like Nashville, say Dallas or Houston, some of the class A units could be trading at a lower cap rate. And so that's kind of what he was asking is, how are you finding a class A at a 5 to 8% cap rate? And so it makes sense, but at the same time, you have to know how to handle those questions, because he was basically asking me, and the way I took that question was, there's no way you can find something like that, is the way I took it, right? And so what I did then is I turned it around and told him, look, this is what we bought. And, kind of acknowledge that, yes, as a class A, you are definitely going to find it a little bit harder to find something that's at a cap rate of 5 to 8%. But then I turned it around with a question, just like you would with the seller. And then, we went on about the conversation. So, I handled it, but at the end of the day, he doesn't even specialize in multifamily. So why am I wasting my time with this guy? Right.
We got Pat's number in the chat.
Perfect.
Jackson, cap rate is basically the rate. Hold on. Let me think of a simple way to explain this. It is the percentage of the monthly income versus the price. So if you're bringing in, I don't want to do math right now, Jackson, but if you're bringing in like $100,000 a year in net income, then you divide that by the price of the price of the property, and that would give you a cap rate. We'll do it. We're going to do another session to break all that stuff down. We want to kind of stick with the topic at hand.
For sure.
And Myron, if I can maybe add, see if I'm correct. Usually 10 and below is either under rented, distressed, value add. Most of the time, that's kind of the issue. And then above 11 on up is usually a pretty good property that's managed well. Is that about kind of the way to look at it?
It's actually backwards. Go the other way.
I couldn't remember which way it went, so I couldn't remember for sure.
If you're bringing in, think of it like 1%. If you had a 1% cap rate, it'd mean like, what is 1%? Or what is $100,000 is 1% of what?
Gotcha.
Or a 10 cap would be $100,000 is 10% of what? So the price will actually go down because you're raising the percentage of that net income. I don't want to get too technical because like all these numbers and crap, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Even Jackson said briefly, and it's like, maybe I shouldn't have answered.
It is a deep conversation.
Yeah, so it's just we're gonna have I'd like to have another Zoom to break all that stuff down, Jackson.
For sure. We can go over all like the terminology in the language and what it means. I think more or less this Zoom is more or less for just a broker outreach for those who want to take action, right?
Yeah.
And again, I'll go back to that same call with John. You know, he's a broker, and he was trying to ask me, how are you finding these deals, right? And if you don't know what you're talking about, then it's like you'll get stomped over all these people quickly. But again, that's how you learn. You know, when I first started calling, promise you, it didn't go like this at all. I was struggling here and there. I wish I would have recorded those phone calls because they were cringe, to say the least. But you know, you got to get it done. So we're gonna call Pat.
Hey, one more. I have a quick question, Oscar. How long ago did you start calling brokers? Like 2 months?
I want to say, okay, so I'm going to go back. So I'm going to go way back. When I first started doing real estate in general, single family, I think most of my practice came because I spoke to a lot of realtors. And that was my first getting myself into wholesaling. I was talking to a bunch of realtors, and I was doing these similar types of conversations with realtors to begin with. So when I did that, that was kind of my, okay, well, you can do the same thing in multifamily and call brokers. Well, I already know kind of how to do that. But to answer your question, calling brokers, it was probably like 4 or 5 months ago, I think. Maybe a little bit more than that. But
okay.
Yeah, it came naturally when I started when I started calling brokers, because I had already called realtors before. So.
Got it. That makes sense. Cool.
Okay, so let's call Mr. Pat.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Dang.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 615973537.
Wait. 973. 615-997. Yeah, I've got that number here.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 615973537 is not available. At the tone.
Yeah, it forwarded to a different number.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
I found another number right there. 997-2900.
I'll call that one.
calling Marcus and Millichap. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm looking for Pat Cosgrove.
Let me transfer you over.
Awesome, thank you. Good job, Myron. This is the one. Hey, Pat, this is Oscar. How are you today?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I actually got your phone number from a John Mudgett, and he said that you would be the guy to talk to for multifamily. So that's why I'm giving you a call, man.
Awesome, man. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself. You looking to buy, you looking to sell?
Sure. So we're looking to buy, and this is what I was telling John is we're looking to buy multifamily apartment buildings. So we're looking for 40 units or above, Class A, Class B, Class C, value add opportunities. And specifically, I was looking in Tennessee. So that's why I'm giving you a call.
Awesome. What was your first and last name again?
Oscar Jimenez. Last name is Jimenez.
What's your email, Oscar?
Email is mf as in multifamily acquisition team @gmail.com.
Oscar Jimenez. That's MF.
Acquisition.
MF acquisition.
Team @gmail.com.
So like MF is a multifamily acquisition team @gmail.com.
Correct.
Okay. I'm just writing this down so you get put it on the list.
Sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's kind of all we do is Middle and East Tennessee, like usually 20 to 80, 90 units, $2 to $12 million deals. So like 20 of them a year. So happy to put you on our list. We got a couple right now. We're going to invest in final Clarksville. We're bringing out a 30 flex in Clarksville, a 38 Franklin, Kentucky, which is like right on the border. 120 in North Alabama, and I'm sure a couple other here in Middle Tennessee. So I'm happy to put you on our list and kind of make sure you start getting all of our deals.
Absolutely. It sounds like I got the right guy for sure.
We saw a lot, man. We ran a pretty good. We got a pretty good team here. So
Awesome.
yeah, I mean, I don't do a ton that's like 120 units and above. It's really a lot of the buildings we sell is the guys that are buying deals for the first time, second time, third time, like high net worth individuals, et cetera. So yeah, man, happy to add to our list, and I'll make sure you start getting all the deals.
Absolutely. Please do send us those deals our way, and we will start reviewing them ASAP. And if we have any questions, then can I just call you back and go from there?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I'm always working that. Just call me whenever.
Okay. Is this the best contact phone number, or is there a better number to contact you?
Which number did you call?
I called, it looks like an office number. It's 615-997-2900.
Yeah, don't call that number. Call that number. I just can't text off it half the time when you talk to somebody for the text. Call 615 973
Okay.
5372.
5372. Okay. Got it. Is that your cell phone number?
Yeah, that's my cell number.
Perfect. Okay. I'll shoot you a text on that number. This is my cell phone number, but I'll shoot you a text anyway with all my contact information. That way, if you have any questions for us as well, feel free to contact me, and hopefully we can do some business, Mr. Cosgrove.
Perfect, man. Thank you. Thanks for reaching out.
No problem, man. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Cool. Well, that was a good conversation.
I like, I didn't realize Marcus Millichap did acquisitions, or I guess it makes all the sense in the world that they would be in buying and selling this stuff as well.
Yeah. I've heard of them do that too, but yeah, it does make a lot of sense, right? Why wouldn't they? Right. So that was a good conversation.
Yeah. If you look him up, he is the first vice president, Nashville office, first vice president of investments. Cool.
Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Oh. Okay, so we leave off on James Bellman. So I guess I'll make 2 more phone calls, and then did you want to have someone give it a try, or what was the agenda, Myron?
Yeah. I mean, let's make those 2 calls, and in those 2 calls, if you want to make a call, raise your hand. Really want someone to make a call during this Zoom. So we can give you live feedback, and you're going to screw up, so might as well screw up around your family. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, yeah, that was kind of my thought process behind this whole thing is, let's, go look at yourself in the mirror and say, hell yes, I can do this. And then come back, and then let's put somebody on the phone.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right, let me call this Bradley guy.
Your call cannot be completed at this time.
Oops. Maria speaks Polish. By the way, quick hack, if you speak their native tongue, it's like instant rapport. So if anybody speaks Polish.
I think Carolyn does. Hold on. No, I actually think she speaks some Polish. Yeah. It's probably food, knowing Polish food, but.
Yeah, no, if it would have said Spanish, guys, it would have been over. It would have had the best conversation ever.
I wouldn't have known anything you said, but we got something done.
Instant rapport, guy.
Hi, you reach Maria Shan, principal broker with Map Group Commercial Real Estate. I am not.
She messaged me and asked if I can call her back.
Like right now?
No, you know how those replies that you can do on iPhone, it's like, can I call you later?
Right.
So I'm gonna send her a text. Okay. Send a text. All right, so who wants to go? Who's the brave soul who wants to put themselves out there.
Lucas. So Lucas has been watching us over the last couple of days on our streams. And so love to see him in here. And Lucas, talk to us for a second.
Hey man, how's it going?
Hey, it's going great.
What's up, Lucas? How are you, man?
How's it going? I'm doing well, man. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I'll definitely call someone, man. I see what you guys are doing. I like it a lot. I started wholesaling for a while. I did that, and I recently closed on a flip in June, and now I'm looking to get into the multifamily space, like exactly what you guys are doing. And I like it a lot. I've been watching it. I really want to get into it, and since like June, I've been kind of shifting. Like, okay, residential is good, it's great, but I want for my goal, I want cash flow. Same as you guys. Like, that's what I want. I want rentals. And multifamily is the place to go. So I'm trying to go all in on that.
Absolutely.
So,
Love it.
Love it, man. Amazing. Have you, besides watching us on multifamily, have you done anything in multifamily?
No. So I want to though. So that's what all my focus is on that now. I set up some, I've been reaching out to, multifamily owners now. So this is all like relatively new, because I'm kind of like, okay, I don't want to look for fix and flip properties anymore. So I've been shifting towards something new, and this kind of started at the end of June. So I've been just going, all in. I haven't bought anything or anything like that yet. So
Perfect.
Cool.
No, you're in the right spot, man. This is what it's all about, right? You got to take action, and you got to make it happen.
Definitely
love it, bro. Let's see, Myron.
Do you want to share your screen real quick so we can see?
Me?
No, Oscar.
Oh, okay.
Let's just keep running that same list. Is that cool?
Yeah.
And so he'd call
page 2.
the next person. And Lucas, did you take a screenshot of that script or anything, or what?
I did take a screenshot of it.
All right. So
I've been calling brokers and stuff like that too. But I took a screenshot of that too. So let me go back to it right now.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Do you want me to leave it up?
Calling me.
What was that?
Do you want me to leave up the script, or are you good?
I can pull it up here as well. I have it on my in my camera right now. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, perfect.
So is this okay? Yeah, because I'm just gonna go and say. So are we called? What type of brokers are we calling? From where? From somewhere else?
So we're calling brokers all in the Nashville, Tennessee area.
Okay.
So there's no like specific, like area. It's just all around Nashville.
Okay, Nashville.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're going to be calling obviously the brokers that you see on the screen. We're just going to go down the list just like I have been. And then I just used the script when I open up. And then the only other thing that you may run into, I'm not sure how much practice you've had, but I think it sounds like this is your few first ones. Like, you may have questions that come up. And it's okay if you don't know how to answer them, but this is what we're here to do, right? We're here to learn. So if you have any questions after, I can definitely give you feedback, and then we can kind of improve on what we need to improve on.
Okay, awesome. All right. Oh yeah, wait, let me pull. Okay, I see it. I was looking.
Spencer Hunt, and his phone number is right here.
I can't see the screen.
Let me see if I can.
Hold on. I think I'm the wrong person. Okay, I see it. All right. All right, I'll call him right now. Mobile, gotcha. 828-1713. Okay. 1713. I'm on the camera. I can't see. 1713. Okay. I don't want to get too much. Everything? I'm not sure. Hello? Hey. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I just left a voicemail. I don't know if I should text him as well. I mean, I'll do that as well.
It's really up to you. I would send a text.
Okay.
Just so that he knows. But we weren't able to hear.
You weren't, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. You weren't able to hear, when does it like cut off?
I think, are you using Zoom on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I think whenever you get on a phone call, it cuts off Zoom.
No,
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It's just I'm happy you're taking action. That's the best part of it.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna be home in like, I don't know how long you guys are gonna do this, but I'm gonna be home like, I can be home like 10 minutes. So if I don't know, it's up to you guys. Whatever.
Yeah.
If someone else wants to call or something like that.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Okay.
I'll just put it on here on the notes that you left a message.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I'm willing to call. Like, I want to do this all day. I do this all, this is what I do full time. Like, I want to get some properties, so,
Absolutely.
I want to be around you guys and that kind of thing. So.
Perfect. I appreciate you, Lucas. Thank you.
Yeah, man, of course. I appreciate it. Yep. Bye.
All right. So while we wait for Lucas to get back, anybody else? Let's see. We got Mike and Jackson here. One of y'all want to take a minute?
I think Mike has a baby in his hands.
Mike's.
Yeah, I'm a little. He's giving me a little. I'm trying to feed him, and he's distracted and then crying and yelling at me.
Sure.
I mean, I would like to go, but if somebody else or I get a call later, because he's not cooperating.
Okay.
I'll make this next call to Rusty Rust.
Yeah, it's Rusty.
Hey, Rusty, this is Oscar. How are you doing today?
How's it going?
I'm doing well. I'm giving you a call because my partners and I are looking to buy some multifamily apartment buildings, and I wasn't sure if you guys had anything available or if you were the right person to speak to.
Well, I did have one available, but it's under contract. If there's a hiccup, I can give you a call.
Absolutely. In this particular property, you said it's under contract. I wouldn't mind making a backup offer if it makes sense too. How many units is it?
48 units.
Perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a minimum of 40 units. And what class asset is this? Class A, B, C?
I mean, here's how this was set up.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually got an unusual zoning because it's a hotel zoning,
Okay.
you know? So, you know, it can be run like month to month, week to week, day to day, whatever. But it's currently run like month to month.
Okay.
It keeps a waiting list on it. They've got the rents at $800 a month right now on it. They're very small units, which is, it's probably, to be honest, it's probably the last thing you get before you go homeless, just because it's the cheapest thing I know of anywhere in the city.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's 800 units, so it cash flows somewhere around, I think in 2020 it showed it around 280 something was net 400 and something gross.
Okay.
And this guy's bad about writing off a bunch of stuff on these units. But anyway, you know, that's, you know, the story on all of that. But,
Yeah. Kind of sounds like, are you saying like they have the financials are kind of wonky because it's a mom and pop? Is that what you're saying?
well, it's not, I mean, they make good money off of it. It's under, you know, it's under contract over 3.8 right now. So,
Okay.
so anyway, it's not just and this particular owner owns 600 and something units.
I see. Okay. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking a look at the financials anyway, just to see if we can underwrite this quickly, and I can give you an answer by the end of this week. Obviously you've got it on your contract now, but in case you needed a backup, I'm maybe your guy, man.
Yeah, I'll have to ask him. I've got to get permission from him on that. Then I just get a hold of you. I got all your numbers here, though.
Yep.
If this thing acts like it's going to fall out, I'll give you a ring. Okay.
Absolutely. Are you working on anything else, Rusty, that you may have or coming in the pipeline that I can take a look at as well?
I am not right now. I mean, I've got some big pieces of land that'll go for multifamily, but not already existing.
Gotcha. Okay. Perfect.
All right.
Then I'll shoot you a quick text with all my information here in a little bit. And if you have anything in the future, keep my number. And I would still like to take a look at this property that you're talking about and see what we can do.
All right, thanks.
Cool. Thank you, Rusty. Bye-bye. His office number is like his cell phone number. What'd you think, Myron?
Not our class, but you know, we can see where it's at and see where we can get it. But you know, it's where seeing stuff like that is worth a quick underwrite, and I want to see pictures if possible. Just how bad are we looking, you know? But he seems to be primarily focused on land.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I think from what he was trying to explain, it's kind of a unique property where it's like a hotel zoning is what he said. So it can be ran as a long-term, but also short-term type of deal. And yeah, it's probably not going to be a fit. It also sounded like when he was talking about numbers, like their NOI and talking about their gross, it threw up a red flag, as in like the seller didn't really have their numbers straight, is kind of what I got. So, it'd be interesting to see for sure on an example of what not to see, or maybe like as a case study. That's kind of why I pushed for getting the information for the purpose of this particular video, to get a case study.
Yeah. He said I think what he said was the how they're running it, they don't know how to write off everything. Or either they're putting too much into expenses or not enough into expenses, right?
Yeah.
So yes, something's wonky. Jackson's short-term rental potential, I don't think so. I mean, we'd have to see, right? But how he said, just as it stands, is this is where you go before you go homeless. And then we're gonna put that up on Airbnb. Not at this point. We'd have to have a severe overhaul. But yeah,
definitely Class C is what it sounds like, right?
Yeah.
And if it's somewhere that you go before you're homeless, and to me, it screams like war zone.
Yeah.
Right. Or the hood, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Jackson said ghetto.
Or that. Yeah.
All right. Well, Oscar, I just want to say this real quick. Thank you so much for doing this. We are streaming as well. We're streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Trying to see. We've had a few viewers. I think we were up to 10 viewers at one time.
Nice.
Let's see. We got one person watching now. I think that's me. But yeah.
Perfect. No, yeah, appreciate you for putting this on. Hopefully anybody who's watching or the ones that are on the Zoom right now, it provides some sort of value. You know, you're not going to get, here, how am I wording this? It's going to take practice for you to get to the point where you're comfortable making these calls. But once you get it down, it doesn't matter what market you go to. It's essentially the same thing. I mean, we're not buying in Tennessee personally, but we know people who are. And so that's why we focus on this market, but it's really the exact same thing. You call any broker, as long as you know what you're talking about, man, you're set. So practice, you know, use whatever tools that, you know, you have that if my tools were helpful, I mean, it's pretty simple. I only have 3 tabs up. My sheets where I keep my persons that I've talked to, LoopNet, and my script. That's it. That's all you need. So don't overcomplicate this. If you need this, I can send it or send it to Myron. Myron can send it to you guys. No big deal. I'm here to help.
Yeah, Oscar, send it to me and I'll put it on the Facebook post. Is that cool?
That's perfect.
Cool. Yeah. Do you want to do one more?
Sure.
Jackson, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, you want me to make a call or what?
Yeah. You got a minute?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I got a minute. I gotta get that script though, so I remember if they actually like ask questions, but I can.
Absolutely. And what I'll do is I'll just copy all this information and put it in the chat so you guys have it.
Okay, perfect.
Obviously, just fill in whatever you need to fill in for your part.
I'm on my phone, so I'll probably have to switch it to my laptop so I can make the call.
Perfect. Let me see.
So we've had a few broker calls, or Oscar has made a few broker calls that end up being, you know, invites to go meet them, right? Go see all the things that they're doing, the properties that they have for sale, the things that they have coming up. And, you know, these are not just tools to get deals. These are people, right? And they run off relationships just like everything else.
Yep.
And so you might find a great broker that knows exactly what you're looking for, that they can keep bringing you stuff. That's what you want, right?
Yeah. Right. And I think once you make that mindset shift where you're calling brokers and brokers are providing a service to you, I think once you make that shift, then things start to change, because you're asking them, if you do acquisitions and dispo in your own operation for wholesaling, when you have a deal under contract and you go talk to your buyers are giving you a buy box. Then you go and provide a service to that buyer by finding the deal for them. It's exactly the same thing with what the broker is doing, is they want your buy box and they're finding a deal for you that meets your buy box. If you make that mindset shift where they're the ones providing value to you, then that's when things start to happen. So think about it that way. What was it you said yesterday, Myron? You're like, KJ, he's working for you. He's working to find you a deal.
She had legit at least two or three brokers that say, I'm going to go make some calls and find you something. What? I never heard anybody say that before. I'm going to make calls for you. Like, whoa. That was something else to hear. And then later on, we were on a call and they were talking about $300 million deals and all this other stuff going on out there. So, all right, Jackson's trying to get this thing figured out.
Okay. Let's see. I can send that real quick. Here, email this to yourself. It's in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while he does that, I'm gonna call Mark.
All right. Property manager.
Just real quick, I'll speak on that. It's probably a really good thing to talk to a property manager too, because you know that they're managing properties and he's also a broker. So do you remember that one time, Myron, you and I went to Tyler, Texas, and we were talking to a broker and a property management. So they knew all the scoop on all the properties around, and they also were the property management. So they had to perform if they gave you a pro forma.
Yep.
And they actually had to prove themselves who they were. So it's a ball. I think it's also a good thing if you want to target property management companies. That's also another way you can find deals, by talking to them as well.
Oscar, they were broker, developer, and manager, right?
Yep.
They were doing that whole thing, like taking your piece of land basically from dirt to performing, which I think is amazing.
Hang on one second, Myron.
Yeah.
Hey, is this Maria?
Yeah, hi, Oscar. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Maria?
Good. Sorry, I was with a client actually showing the property when you called.
It's okay. I understand you're busy. I was giving you a call. I'm sure you read my message, but the reason I was giving you a call was because I'm looking for multifamily apartment buildings, and I wanted to see if you were the right person to talk to, or if there's someone that you can point me to that you know that I can talk to.
No, actually, I do that too. But are you looking to build, or are you looking for ready to buy?
Ready to buy is what we're looking for, Maria.
And how many you want? 200, over 200, or just smaller?
So we're looking for a minimum of 40 units, but there is no limit on how many units after that. So it can be 100, 200, 300, doesn't matter. But anything below 40, we're probably not going to take a look at.
And what budget? What is your budget?
There's also no cap on the budget. So just to let you know a little bit about us, we work with CS3 Investments out of Denver, Colorado. And so our goal in the next 7 years is to buy multifamily assets, $1 billion worth of it in the next 7 years. So we're buying pretty aggressively. And so for us, the budget and the number of units doesn't really pertain to us because we're buying very aggressively. So if you have anything that meets that criteria, we would definitely want to take a look at it and start underwriting it ASAP, especially if it has not hit the market yet.
You know, let me just work on you text me your info about your company and I am going just look over a couple things which I have,
Sure. Do you want me to send you my email address as well, just in case? I mean, is there any?
Please do.
Okay.
And your company name and so on.
Okay, and is there anything that you have?
Are you for new or doesn't matter? That can be old one.
It can be any, so class A, class B, or class C. It doesn't matter what class unit, as long as it's not in a very bad location, then we'll take a look at it. But if it's in a bad location, it's probably not going to be a fit for us. Is there anything you have at the moment, Maria, that you guys are working on that fits that buy box?
You know, it was, if you called me 2 months ago, I had one. It was a good location, great, but was sold. And then I am working on, I have a land. I am working with the buyer who wants to build multifamily. It's going to be 204 apartments, but we are not there yet and has to be built. But, let me look into that. I have a few different, agents that we're working together. Then I am, just text me exactly what you're looking for and send me your email.
Absolutely. I can do that here now. Is this a good number to text you on?
Yes, that's my cell number.
Okay, gotcha. This is my cell phone number too, but I'll go ahead and send you all my information, what we're looking for. And if you have any questions, Maria, this is my cell phone. Just give me a call back and I am willing to answer any questions you may have.
Super.
Awesome.
Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you, Maria. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, let me send her a quick text before I forget. See, guys, it's the time to call brokers is now, because if I had called her 2 months ago, probably would have had a good deal. So don't sit here and have analysis paralysis. Start making some phone calls. Okay, I'm sending her a quick text message. Okay, done. All right, so what's next, Myron?
Lucas has a quick question. How do we find the Corpus Christi deal? That was brought to us by another student in sub 2. Just like how you said it was, I see what you guys are doing. I want to be a part of it. And that's basically what happened. We started telling people what we were doing, and they found a deal. I don't know how they found it, but brought it to us to help them underwrite it. And we basically structured it, closed it, and dispoed it. And got the contract today. Let's cross all of our fingers and toes that it gets signed today. But yeah, I just want to say this. I can say this live. I think like at first it wasn't really a deal, and we kept talking to the seller and got something that worked. So even how it came to us, even how it was presented, we knew we had to restructure it, right? So don't take it how it is, right? So you're going to start, the next thing, we start submitting LOIs on these things after we underwrite them, and it's not going to be the asking price. It's not going to be the asking price, you guys. It's going to be what fits for us. So I'm going off on a tangent. I apologize. Oscar, anything you want to add?
No, I think you said it all, right? When it was presented to us, this is what we're here to do. We're a team. And so we help pretty much from the beginning all the way to where it's at now. And we as a team, this is a team sport, multifamily. So if you're not surrounded by the right people, I think that's first and foremost, the number one step you need to do is make sure that you either are part of a team or start building a team, because it takes a lot. And if it wasn't for our team, we wouldn't have Corpus Christi where it's at now. So that's what I would say.
And I want to say this, Oscar, you have your goals right there?
Yeah, I do.
So what, Oscar, tell us about tell us about our goals.
So as a team, we all sat down, and recently, probably like a week ago, we all sat down and we got aligned on what goals that we wanted to hit in our 1 year from July. And our goals as a team is we want to own 1,000 units by July of 2023. And so every day, what we do is we write our goals down every morning and at night, twice a day. And we do that every day. We hold each other accountable for it too. So when we meet in the morning, did everybody remember to write their goals, right? And at nighttime, whether we're still on the Zoom, kind of like checking off, doing our post huddle, or if we're texting each other, don't forget to write your goals. We make sure that we hold each other accountable. So whenever someone says, Myron, what are your goals? Myron knows what to say.
1,000 units by July next year, 2023.
Yeah, Myron knows exactly what to say. Carolyn knows what to say. KJ, Joseph, they know what to say. Me and Ione, we know what to say.
And the only way we're going to get there is making these calls, doing the underwriting, all the things that we need to do. We have to take action. And so I just want to say another word for kudos, like good job everybody for jumping on this Zoom, and even just being in this room and the Zoom means something. You're taking the time. And Oscar, thanks again for walking us through all that and basically showing us your setup and how you talk to brokers. It really, really means a lot.
Absolutely. I'm happy to do so. And if we need to do another one, let's do it. I'd like to see a little bit more participation. Lucas, shout out to you for having able to do that call. And Jackson, maybe next time we can get you on here. And anybody else that wants to take action, that's what we're here to do.
Yeah, I definitely want to do a call next time. I'll try to get these kids asleep before that.
You're good, bro. Appreciate you being on here. Thank you for everyone else who was on here as well. And thank you for anybody who was watching. Hopefully we provided some value.
Yeah. All right. So maybe next week we pick a day and do it again. But we kind of just jump right into other people making calls.
Yeah.
We'll feel that out. But okay. Well, thanks everybody. Oscar, anything else?
That's it. I'm good to go. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.